Let's use implicit differentiation for this function, right? Because we do not have the explicit form y equals something here. We don't have that. So, right, we don't have that. So, let's use implicit differentiation. Let's give it a start here. So, in just the first, that's just an x here. So we're just going to make a regular derivative here. So we're going to get 8x plus, now what happens when we come over here? I see a product. I see a 4x squared and a y squared. That's how I'm going to look at it. So I'm going to use the product rule, which is the derivative of the first times the second, plus the first times the derivative of the second. So I'm going to use this right here as the first. This is the second. So I'm going to take the derivative of the first, which is going to be an 8x times the second, y squared, plus the first, 4x squared, times the derivative of the second. Now here's the second. Now remember, this is y, which is actually an unknown function of x. So this is really the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. So it's going to be 2y decreased by 1, so y to the first. There's the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. And then minus, now over here we're going to get a 9y squared, that's the derivative of the outside, times the derivative of the inside, equals, now the derivative of 5x is just 5. Now, let's see if we can just fix this up a little bit. How about 8x plus 8x y squared plus, now I can multiply here, getting 8x squared y prime minus 9y squared y prime equals 5. Now we're trying to solve for y prime. I got a y prime here and a y prime here. I think what I'm going to do is keep the y primes on the left side and get everything else to the right side. So I'm going to subtract that 8x. I'll subtract this. Let's do that here. So we'll get 8x squared y prime. Right, I'm going to keep this one on the left, this one on the left. And then minus 9y squared y prime. That's equal to 5 minus, right, we're going to subtract that. 8x minus, now subtract this, 8xy squared. Now I'm trying to solve for y prime here. I can't really combine these, but I can factor out that y prime. So if I factor it out, I get y prime, and now what's left? 8x squared y minus 9y squared, and that's all equal to 5 minus 8x minus 8xy squared. One more step, let's just make that division. So we will get y prime is equal to 5 minus 8x minus 8xy squared over 8x squared y minus 9y squared.